My name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. Don't take candy from strangers. This is a phrase kids have heard for a long, long time. My parents used to tell me that all the time. Not exactly sure why. I don't think I've ever had a stranger offer me candy. When I was growing up, I couldn't even get people I knew to give me candy, let alone strangers. But obviously in our day, this is good advice for any parent to give their children because sadly you can't trust everyone. We don't want our children to eat candy from strangers. But what about the advice and the counsel they get from strangers? Are we as determined and deliberate in our attempts to warn our children about the things strangers may tell them? Listen to their advice, but don't eat their candy doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, does it? Children need to learn how to be careful who they take candy from. And they also need to be discerning in whom they take advice from. Proverbs 14:15 says, "The simple believes everything, but the prudent gives thought to his steps." To paraphrase using our candy illustration, the simple eats candy no matter who gives it to him, but the prudent or wise checks it out first. And sadly, there are people, they may be well-meaning, but people who will give our children advice which can harm them. That we need to teach our children how to think. In order to do this, we need to teach them the Bible. We need to give them the truth so they can see the errors so prevalent in the thinking of the world today. Proverbs says in 1:10, "If sinners entice you, do not consent." That means a child has to learn how to evaluate what they're being told. They have to have a frame of reference. And that frame of reference needs to be the truth of the Word of God. It's up to us as parents, not to school or church, but as parents to give them this instruction. There are some deadly, very deadly truths wrapped up in some very attractive and appealing packages, specifically designed for kids. Hollywood is a master at this. The music they are listening to makes it even deadlier because music tends to weaken and deaden our ability to process the words and the ideas we are listening to. We listen to people sing things in their lyrics that if the music was turned off and they were just saying those words to us, we would turn and walk away in disgust. Satan is an angel of light, and he knows how to package lies. He will sometimes come disguised as a friend, using flattery and kindness to get your child to take a bite. But hidden beneath the surface is the poison of sin and bondage. So help your kids be as careful in choosing who they take advice from as they are in who they take candy from. Be as concerned about what they put in their bodies as what they put in their heads and hearts. Help them to learn to give thought to their steps. We do that by taking thought to our own steps as parents. Where are you headed? Where are you going to end up if you keep on going down the path you are currently on? There was a day and age when we sort of had a good idea who was speaking into the lives of our children. But now with smartphones and everything else, we see kids walking around with their headphones on, and we really have no idea who's speaking into the lives of our kids. The simple believes everything. That's how we all begin our lives. But we need to be taught. Your child is born simple, naive. That's why a little baby will pick up anything off the floor and eat it and put it in their mouth. But we need to teach, they need to be taught and to learn wisdom. They need to learn what this book, the Bible, will give them. They need to learn to be prudent and wise and discerning. They need to learn the fear of God. They need to know Jesus Christ and walk with him and live for him. He will guide their steps. He will watch over them and protect them. And they need to guard their heart. They need to guard their mind. The simple believes everything, but the prudent gives thought to his steps. May this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.